As introduced by Mr. Gan, you can call me Tek An or Paul. And here are some of the additional information about me and my family that some of you may not know. This is my wife, and this is my family. This is a family photo that I took in UK in the month of July 2019. And it is a very memorable photograph because this is the first month I get started with ASEA, starting in the Philippines, and I went over to the UK and I spent for a month holiday. And in the picture, you see that it is my wife, Stephanie, and my two sons, Ryan and Jordan. All right. So in that respect, I've been an entrepreneur since 1986, building several businesses. And in my entrepreneurial journey, I have the opportunity to actually sell off one of my company to a public listed company. And I also have been a consultant to and a corporate and few leaders of local and international network marketing companies. My mission, my mission is to help entrepreneurs to scale their business and to create multiple sources of income. That is the MSI. As an entrepreneur, I always believe that it is always good to create multiple sources of income. More so during this current global corona pandemic that we are all experiencing right now, where different people, or rather everyone, are actually having uncertainty, and it is also affecting a lot of individuals and businesses in all segments of the markets globally. But with this crisis, there is also good news. It is also a better time to start an online home-based business as one of your multiple streams of income, because the world actually have shifted and have changed dramatically since the starting of the coronavirus pandemic. People are going online to get the latest news, am I right? They are going online to stay connected with their loved ones and their friends, and more people are shopping online. And many are looking for opportunities online as well to work from home, as they are not able to go out to work. In actual fact, since the starting of the coronavirus pandemic, there is a huge surge of internet usage, as many people goes online 24/7 around the world, and there's a lot of opportunities created as a result of the situation in the e-commerce space, and you can also profit from that opportunity created. And one of the best way to get started is to have someone who are already doing it to teach you and to coach you and to give you everything that you need in terms of tools, in terms of training to help you to get started, to take back control of your life. Whether you're invited here tonight to take a look at ASEA Redox technology, or whether you are here to take at the ASEA Global Breakthrough Business Opportunity, we'd like to welcome you all to the Discover ASEA together with us here tonight. At the end of this particular presentation, you'll be able to discover that how ASEA can benefit from, how you can benefit from the ASEA Health and Anti-Aging Breakthrough products and the anti-aging breakthrough opportunities to create another new streams of income with ASEA. And I believe that ASEA is the next big opportunity for every one of us here, because it is a breakthrough opportunity. It has been said that the bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the opportunity. But currently, what are the opportunities that is available to you? As you can see on the slides here, what are really your choices? Principally, actually, there are two major choices that we can make. Number one is that we can work a job, we can work for someone else, or we can work for ourselves. Both have its advantages and disadvantages, and I would like to cover the advantage of working for someone else. I have the opportunity to work for a company as a sales agent for 1 year. And the advantages is that every month you have a set income. But that time I was working as a sales agent, so my income depends on my sales. If there's no sales, there's no income. But however, for those of you who are working a job, you would have the opportunity to get a set income. But the disadvantage of working for someone else here is that there is career limitation. There is no job security. You have restricted working hours. You have to clock in at 9 o'clock, clock out at 5, and running the red race in a 9 to 5 run. And you do not have the time freedom. The advantage of working for yourself is that you have control of your business. You are your own boss and you may have some time freedom. The disadvantage is this. The disadvantage of working for yourself is that you need money to start your business. You need to take the risk, you need to take the commitment and the responsibility to make sure that your company are running smoothly. And more hours are needed and expected from you and there is no guarantee for your success. Even a franchise business with a proven operating system will not guarantee you any success at all. So whether you're working a job or whether you're owning your own business, the picture that you see on the lower left is a picture of a man trying to get ahead in life sometimes appears to be impossible, with still piles of bills and mortgages and car payments, credit cards payment, children education fees that need to pay. Sometimes we find that getting ahead in life can be very, very tough. In 1988, I met a stranger during one of my business trips, and he shared with me some very interesting studies about success, which I want to share with you here tonight. He said that if you were to take a group of 100 teenagers at the age of 15 and look at them 50 years later and find out where would they be at the age of 65, they found out that out of 100 people, 62 of them will be still alive at the age of 65. And out of the 62 of them who are alive at the age of 65, 38 of them are broke at the age of 65. 16 of them have to still go out there and work a job. 7 retired on livable income from their saving, EPF, employee provident fund, or retirement fund. Only 1% out of the 100 people become wealthy and successful. Can you imagine from the study here, only 1% out of the 100 people that they did a research became wealthy and successful. And how many of you here, if I may ask, would be interested to know what is the secret formula of success on how this person become wealthy and successful? Obviously, they all have the right formula for success, am I right? And I believe that every one of us here in this Zoom call, in this Facebook Live, would want to know that formula of success. The formula of success here says that if you want to become successful, you need to have goals and you need to know what exactly that you want. It has been said that a man without a goal is just like a ship without a rudder. And it said that you need to have the willingness to put in the effort to work hard for it. And last but not least, which is the most important of all for me, is the last element, which is having the right opportunity to take you to the success that you desire. Over my last 30 plus years of experience as an entrepreneur, I've seen a lot of people having big dreams and big goals, and they work really, really hard to achieve success, but they did not make it. And the reason is because many of them did not have the right opportunity. The rest of this presentation tonight, what I'll do is that I'll be expanding from this formula. We will begin to be talking about what is it that you really want? What is your why? Why do you want to take a look at the ASEA Global Business Opportunity? Then we will discuss about the effort involved, and I will outline to you the ASEA Global Breakthrough Opportunity. And I know by the end of this business preview, you will agree with me that ASEA offers a great opportunity for you to achieve many of your goals and dreams that matter most to you. Let's have a look at some of the things that you really want. Number one is that goals for your family. Owning your home, providing the best for your children, having a great holidays and spending time with extended family and retiring rich and happy are some of the important goals for our family. What about goals for a lifestyle which can help to enrich our life, that we can bring much more enjoyment through either pursuing our hobbies or driving the car of our dreams, going out shopping or dining, or even able to go out there to actually give to charity and to the needy. And it can be building a house for the needy through Habitat for Humanity, which I have once got involved with, or it can be joining a volunteer organization, or if you do not have any organization to be part of, you can join the ASEA Advancing Life Foundation to help the needy. And the third part is the ultimate goal for our future. When you look at all these goals that we are wanting to pursue, it requires time and money in order to be able to pursue them. There are basically 4 different groups of people in this world. The first group of people are the group of people who have no time and they have no money. Is it true? Number 2 is that they have plenty of time, but they do not have money. And this is the group of people, more often than not, is that they are the graduates or the students, the new graduates that are still looking for a job. The third group are the group of people who have plenty of money and they do not have a lot of time. This group are more often than not the self-employed and the professional. The last group is the group that every one of us here want to be part of, that is to have plenty of time and plenty of money, all right? And ASEA Breakthrough Opportunities has been designed to provide you the ability to have more time and more money to achieve personal freedom and financial independence, and for you to realize all your dreams and goals that matter most to you. And all you have to do is to put in some effort to build the business. You can do this part-time or you can do this full-time, all right? You do not need to have a lot of money to get started in this business. You do not need to have a lot of experience because you have a team of leaders who would guide you and coach you to become successful in this business. Remember, you are in business for yourself at ASEA, but you are not in business by yourself, all right? So next, I would like to share with you the last component of this particular success formula, that is opportunity. The last component is choosing the right opportunity. And finding the right opportunity is important to help you achieve the success and that you desire. It has been said that if you continue to do what you have always done, you will continue to get what you have always gotten. And Albert Einstein once said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting to get a different results. If the opportunity that you're working on right now is not giving you the desired results that you want, you need to change. And we hope that tonight you discover that ASEA would be that next opportunity for you. And to choose the right opportunity, we look at the 5 key elements. Number 1 is the partnership. Who are you partnering with? Number 2 is the products. The products have to be breakthrough. Number 3 is the system and the support behind it. And number 4 is the compensation plan. And lastly is the timing. Let me share with you about the partnership, the people that you will be working with. This is the founder of the company, Verdis Norton and Tyler Norton, who started ASEA in 2009. And with the mission to take ASEA breakthrough and revolutionary cellular health products to the masses worldwide, globally, all right? So proud to starting ASEA, Verdis Norton, who is the founder of ASEA, worked as the vice president for strategy with a multi-billion-dollar company, the Kraft Food International. And Tyler Norton is the international strategy consultant. And with their wealth experience managing $1 billion companies before, they decided to incorporate Fortune 50 corporate strategic planning and management structure into managing ASEA as a global network marketing companies together with a team of very experienced top executive team with a very strong integrity. Their vision is to become a global leader in redox-based technology and cellular health and achieve a worldwide distribution of ASEA life-changing products, culture, financial opportunity. And the mission is to better people's lives and to be the force of good in the world, all right? Now, let's look at the successful track record of ASEA. ASEA has just celebrated its 10th anniversary last year. And here are some of the successful track record of ASEA that you will want to know before making the decision to join this company. Number 1 is that ASEA is a privately held company with a long-term vision to be a legacy company. And number 2 is that at ASEA, we have is run by experienced corporate field leaders team with a strong integrity and is financially strong, stable, and profitable with no long-term debts. And ASEA was founded in 2009, as I mentioned a while ago. And ASEA is a global company operating in 33 countries at the moment. ASEA is actually ranked as a post-startup company, post-risk, early momentum stage company. And ASEA is actually ranked at Direct Selling News Global Top 100 Companies, doing a sales turnover of 2019, 170 million. And in 2020, they did 178 million. Despite the global coronavirus pandemics, the companies still do better than 2019. And this is really an outstanding achievement of ASEA. And ASEA also on their own Redox platform with broadening unique products portfolio and story, and is changing hundreds or rather tens of thousands of lives since 2009 with this Redox technology. And ASEA also on a scalable manufacturing production facilities, which I'm going to share with you in a short while. And of course, it is an FDA, NSA, GMP, BioAgilytech with kosher certified company. All right, let's take a look at the ASEA production plant. I'm going to take you through a brief tour of the ASEA Redox Center production facilities with a short video to show you some of the manufacturing steps taken by ASEA to ensure that all the ASEA products is of high quality and is produced in this particular center called the ASEA Redox Center with stringent quality control. Let's take a look at the video. This is ASEA's own Redox production center located at Pleasant Grove, Utah, USA. And this is where the ASEA produce all the Redox-based products. And all the Redox-based products are distributed to 33 countries around the world and produced here in this particular center. It is FDA registered, as I mentioned, NSF registered, certified, and is accredited by a third-party certification bodies, and that tests and certifies the products to verify all the product with public health and safety standard. And of course, is BioAgilytech certified. Remember, ASEA only have one production center that is in Pleasant Grove in USA. And this particular center actually have the capacity to currently to produce up to $1 billion worth of ASEA products. And ASEA definitely is well prepared and well positioned to be a $1 billion company distributing the products worldwide. All right. So now let's take a look at the breakthrough products that we are talking about. Let's look at the breakthrough technology. In actual fact, is for more than 2 decades and millions of dollars of research are invested with multiple patents filed by a group of scientists at ASEA that achieve what we call the impossible. Why do we call it impossible to produce the redox signaling molecule? It is for the very first time that they are able to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body, because the redox signaling molecules is already producing inside our body, and to stabilize the redox signaling molecule outside the body, it is impossible. And ASEA is actually a health and anti-aging breakthrough opportunities, and it is actually 10 to 15 years ahead of its time with a cutting-edge technology. There's no competition, and it also created a new category of science, and there's no copycats, and ASEA actually have multiple patents and is highly consumable products. All right. Next, we like to show you actually the ASEA 3-step patented process, how they create and stabilize these redox signaling molecules. Here are the 3 steps. Step number 1 is that starting with nothing more than just a simple ingredient of pristine water, there is salt and water, which are the same ingredient that is found inside the body. And step number 2, what they did was actually the salt and water passes through a complex, heavily patented 3 days process, as you can see at the Redox Center just now, where the salt water is actually broken down into free floating atom. And step number 3 is basically then the atoms are actually restructured into trillions of stabilized signaling molecules, and the stabilization of these signaling molecules launch the ASEA redox that is in the blue bottle, as you can see in front of you, exclusively patented, and which is actually replicates what the body natural process of producing the redox signaling molecules. All right. So ASEA redox is actually native to our body. All right. ASEA is just not just a bottle of salt water. In actual fact, it is a bottle making of trillions of these vital redox signaling molecules that we make from this pristine salt water through this 3-step process. And ASEA is the only company in the world that produce redox signaling molecules inside the bottle. All right. ASEA is actually the world's first and the only source of balanced, stabilized redox signaling molecules with the absolute zero toxicity, as supported by research and clinical results. This particular blue bottles was first launched in 2019, and in 2014, ASEA launched this product called Renew 28, which is simple. It is simply liquid redox supplements made into a more concentrated topical gels for topical application outside of body. Today, ASEA do have a full range of Renew Advanced, as you can see in front. At the same time, ASEA also do have a range of VIA products. We have the LifeMax, Biome, Source, Omega, which is available in Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and soon to come into Malaysia and the Philippines. All right. So ASEA provides basically cellular health from the inside out and cellular health from the outside in. Bioagiletics are certified with 100% non-toxic and 100% safe. This is what we can claim. All right. So let me share a little bit about the redox discovery, because I know that this is a subject that is very complex and to a lot of people is foreign to you. The reason is because this is something that is very, very new. But in actual fact, the discovery of redox was first discovered, in 1998 by these 3 Italian scientists, whose name is Robert Fagot, Luis Igano, and Faris Murats, who won the Nobel Prize in 1998 for really understanding the significance of the redox signaling molecules inside our human body. But prior to this discovery, most of the scientists thought that these redox signaling molecules are just the same kind of waste product from the cell, which serve no real purpose at all. And today, there are a lot of scientific research. Since then, there are a lot of research that is done on redox cell signaling molecules. Cell signaling molecule is one of the fastest growing fields of science. There are over 18,000 redox signaling molecules, peer-reviewed articles, and 1,200 books published. And the importance of the redox signaling molecules are backed by science. If you were to Google and go to Google Scholar or PubMed.gov, which is the National Center for Biological Information Center, you find a lot of archives of research works that is done in the field of science and medicine. Just type the words redox signaling molecules at Google Scholar or at PubMed, you're going to see tons of research that is done in this field. So it's no more new. But let's look at redox signaling molecules and you. All right. Our human bodies is actually made up of trillions of cells. And some say that it is made up of 50 to 75 trillion cells. And they are actually brain cells, heart muscle cells, fat cells, red blood cells, nerve cells, etc. And the trillions of cells are made up of what we call the tissues. And the tissues are made up of organs. And the organ will make up of the system that makes up of you. All right. And scientists have discovered that the redox signaling molecules are actually foundational to cellular health. All right. Scientists have found out that redox signaling molecules are the foundation if you want to have a healthy cell. And it has been said that if your cells are healthy, you are healthy. and we live and die at the cellular level. All right. So next, I'm going to share with you about how the redox signaling molecules are produced. And this is very, very interesting. Let's take a closer look at it on how these molecules are produced. The picture that you see in front of you is the picture of our cell. In actual fact, our body and our cells are made up of 60 to 70% of saline water, and there are 50 to 75 trillion cells inside our body. And each and every of our cells inside that trillions of cells inside our body are constantly producing what we call energy. All right, through the mitochondria. The mitochondria produces the energy called ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is the essence of life. Without this energy, we all will be dead. All right, and the process of producing this energy, our cell actually create what we call the redox signaling molecules, which was once treated as a waste product, but today they discover that this is the most important foundation for cellular health. Scientists now know that this is critical to health, and the word redox down here comes from two words. The first word is called reductance, and the second word is called oxidants. A reductant is a antioxidant activator which fight free radical, and it helps to prevent our cell from damage and to help us from getting diseases. And the oxidant aspect of it is an immune system communicator that attack viruses and bacteria. It is these antioxidants that are able to actually help us in cellular messenger that help us to balance the immune system, protect against harmful bacteria, viruses, and infection. That's the reason why every one of us here have been, especially during this time of pandemic, to encourage everyone to really boost up our own internal immune system. All right. So the redox is able to give you both the reductant and the oxidant. All right. So next, we're going to talk about cell signaling ethnology, because I know that this particular topic is a very, very complex topics, and I would like to simplify it by actually sharing with you a very simple analogy about how cell signaling works. All right. Our body is actually a very complex communication network with trillions of cells, as we mentioned a while ago, communicating with one another by the milliseconds. All right. Any communication breakdown, we're going to see a breakdown in terms of our health and wellness. All right. So here's the analogy. I want you to imagine this. Imagine that you saw a house that is on fire, and you took up your mobile phone and you make a phone call to 911 or 999 for the fire department. They have all the fully equipped red fire trucks waiting for you, well-trained firemen, firefighters, with all the skills and the resources necessary to put out the fire. However, if your signal is weak and your cell phone are not able to get through to the fire department, you got to see that the house is going to go up in flames, which is the same in our body, inside our body. Your body breaks down in terms of communication because of this poor communication. Now, it is very important to understand this. ASEA is actually, when we talk about a lot of these health and wellness industries out there, they are just like promoting the fire trucks or the fire fighter, which is like the drugs, vitamins, stem cell, antioxidant, exotic juices, oil, structured water, mineral complex, and CBD oil, cannabidiol, right? So here at ASEA, we are actually not all of this. We are actually a redox signaling molecules that help to increase, to amplify the signal, to help you to actually communicate more effectively inside your body, inter communication with the cell or intra communication, so that you will have a strong and healthy cellular health. All right. Now, why do we need ASEA redox? Here, this is very important to understand. Due to our age, due to our diet, due to our stress and environment toxin, do you agree with me that our redox signaling molecule deficiency, it will eventually be deficient and it will be imbalanced? The reason, as we mentioned a while ago, as the signals gets weak, this is some of the problem. Number one is that you're going to see a diminished cellular efficiency and function. Your cell would not signal and communicate properly if this really happened. And number two is that the whole cellular healing process becomes sluggish and slow. And this can be weakness, especially when you see a young people or a young boy or girl, when they fall down, they got a cut, they get healed very fast. However, when you see an old man or old woman, when they fell down, and if they have a cut, more often than not, if their cellular health is not strong and healthy, it takes a long time for health recovery, for the healing process to happen. And lastly, where you can't hide, you will begin to see and feel the visible effect of aging. You're going to see that your energy will drop. You're going to see that your hair will fall off. You're going to see a wrinkle in your face and gray hair. All right. Why do we really need redox? All right. As we age, the production of our cell in the body actually decreases. In the average, we lost around 10% every 10 years, starting from the age of 10. Example, if you are 50 years old, and at the age of 10, you start to actually lose your production of your cell. It means that when you are actually 50 years old, you basically have around 60% of the cell production in the body. No wonder we get a little bit weaker and our signal get a little bit smaller, all right? And this is really, really true because here as we age, it is very important to note that our cell communication will break down, our signal will weaken, and our gene expression can be disrupted. And regulating genes activities with redoxing molecules keeps our cellular communication strong. So that's the reason why you need to take ASEA Redox X supplement, because your body is producing less and less of this particular cell. And ASEA Redox will help you in terms of protecting your cell, detecting cell that is not healthy, and repairing cells that is weak, and at the same time replace cells that need to be replaced, especially cancerous cell in our body. All right. Next, we're going to talk about the blueprint of health. Let's look at the blueprint of health. In actual fact, that the genes contains the blueprint, the instruction for health throughout our whole body. However, in a world full of environment toxin, as we mentioned a while ago, because of our stress, because our genes are actually turning off in a very, very dramatic way. And if our genes are turned off and the genetic instructions that detects our healthy function of our genes don't get through, the consequence would be manifested in every system of our body. And now what I'm going to do is to share with you a statistics from USA, but the number may be similar to very much of developed countries like ours, all right? It shows that if your genes are turned off, number one is that your immune system will suffer. In this particular statistic, it says that 50 million Americans suffer from autoimmune challenges. And if your genes are turned off, you would have problem with inflammatory response. In the United States, 54 million suffer from inflammatory condition. And here we also have a cardiovascular health challenge. If our genes is turned off, 1 out of 3 deaths in American are connected to cardiovascular disease. In actual fact, I don't have to look very, very far. In my family of 4 brothers, I have 2 brothers have some cardiovascular disease health challenge. And we also would have a healthy digestion challenge. 57% of the population in America suffer from digestive disorder. Lastly, if your genes are turned off, you would also experience hormonal modulation challenge. And it have been, the statistics shows that 80% of women suffer from some kind of hormone imbalance and diabetics. With diabetics, now the most common endocrine disease that is happening, all right? Okay, now this is the good news. This is a very good study by Thorax Laboratory. Taking ASEA have proven that it can regulate genes expression in the 5 key genes the genetic pathway switches. The ASEA redox can positively affect genes expression through the body, helping it to protect, rejuvenate, and keep our cell functioning at optimal level. In this particular study, as you can see on the slides here, it shows that in the recent 8-week studies done by Thorax Laboratory, a leading genetic research lab in Salt Lake City in Utah, America, it shows that the ASEA redox activate 5 important gene signaling pathway, not only 1, 5, all right, by up to 31%, which in turn can positively affect the 5 major of our health system, as you can see there, and it helps to improve the immune health. It helps to maintain healthy inflammatory response. It helps to maintain cardiovascular health and support the arterial elasticity of your water valve, and at the same time improve digestive health and modulate hormone balance. Okay, let's look at the influence of the genes pathway. The Thorax Lab report also shows that the expression of one of the 5 genes, that is the EGR1 genes here, will influence 5 important pathway, including the following, all right? Including the insulin signaling for those people who have blood sugar challenge. It will also influence the Thyrex, what are called Thyrex hormones, and at the same time, the spinal cord injury, which causes problem at the central nervous system, and of course, one of the genes pathway that we are talking about here is the NRF2, which is a very, very popular what I call gene pathway that everybody are talking about. Is about talking about, you know, how it can actually help in terms of activating the master antioxidant inside our body. That is the glutathione and superoxide dismutase. And I believe that every one of you would have read that medical expert worldwide agree that oxidative stress is the #1 health risk factor for our life. So it is very important to make sure that our antioxidant production inside our body naturally would be actually boost up. As you can see here, it can help to boost up to 800% just with taking this particular product 8 ounces in 8 weeks. They found out this particular report, and at the same time it also would help to lower down the oxidized LDL and also lowering down the oxidized DNA, which is fantastic. Not only the people who are having health challenge that are taking ASEA, we have ASEA athletes that found that taking ASEA, there is an advantage. Elite athletes are also feeling that they can also feel the ASEA different, even though they are already very strong and healthy and fit. And here are just a few of the many of the world-class athletes that is benefiting from the ASEA redox supplements. And all these athletes are Olympian, world champions, and they found improvement in terms of endurance and recovery. In actual fact, FASEB, which is the Federation of the American Society for Experimental Biology, also did a 7-day study with mice, where they have the mice drinking ASEA redox, and they found out that those that is drinking the redox can run 29% further to exhaustion compared to another set of mice which just drink salt water only. So it doesn't matter. Some of the people, when they take our ASEA product, they thought that, oh, this is just a salt water. A salt water won't actually do like what you see here in the 7-day studies where the mice drink, it can run further to exhaustion. In actual fact, it will help you to utilize your fat as a fuel instead of carbohydrates, all right? And it also would help you to experience better endurance, better strength, better recovery, especially you go for workout and you have a mental stamina, a better stamina with ASEA redox. Here, I'm going to share with you some of the real people, real results. It has always been said that seeing is believing. And here are some of the collage photos of real people getting real results, which I will not go into detail using the ASEA Renew topical gel and the redox, ASEA redox, all right? So let me ask you a question. Is aging reversible? It has been said that whether you like it or not, No one is actually spared from growing old, and it comes to every one of us here, all right? But is aging reversible, all right? In actual fact, scientists are actually finding ways to reverse aging. The photo that you see right in front of you here, my question to you is that is aging reversible? I'm going to share with you a real person here. His name is Rosie Mulani. She actually took ASEA Redox at the same time, Renew 28, and this is her story. And she is very passionate about her story. And everyone, when you see the first photo about is it possible to reverse aging, I'll let you judge from this. Rosie Mulani here actually consumed 120 ml of ASEA Redox daily, which is this particular blue bottle. And he uses actually 2 tubes of Renew 28 every month, all right? And just now you saw the photo of Rosie. I'm going to share with you here the real photos in terms of the timeline. The first photo here is Rosie at the age of 84, where he started to take ASEA Redox and using Renew 28. The next photos that you can see here is 7 weeks later. Rosie complained, or rather said that she don't see any improvement after taking Renew, after using Renew 28 and ASEA Redox. And this is the photo of her at age 86. All right. Can you see a big difference? And this is the last photos, as you can see just now, is 87. The previous photos, as I show you, is that Rosie age at 87, I put at number 1, number 2 is 86, 7 weeks, and 84. Am I right? So when you really see here that this is the real timeline of her aging process, you got to see that. To me, I strongly believe that reverse aging is really, really possible. All right. So here are some of the expert validations, and let's hear a little bit about what Anne Louise Gitterman, who is the first lady of nutrition. She has written more than 30 books on nutrition. And she said that the redox signaling is not just revolutionary, but it represents one of the most urgently needed molecular medicine solution of our time. Redox signaling molecules or redox signaling technology is our DNA's whisper, and it uncovers the secrets of cellular health. All right. And of course, we do have a lot of validation, as you can see here, BioAgilytix, Stevens lab, and we have Dermates, we have Thorax, we have FASEB, North Carolina University, and we are also endorsed by Direct Selling News 100, BBB, Direct Selling Association in Malaysia and in America. All right. So the other things that I want to share with you here is the importance of having a system, and it is very important, as you can see here. ASEA do have a world-class support system, tools, and to help you grow your business. When you start up, you would be given a starter kit with a physical and a digital version where you can access at the back office. You will be also given access to a mobile apps to help you to build your business. And this mobile apps is called ASEA Connect. And you will also be given an e-commerce site for you to do your e-commerce business, to market a product in 33 countries around the world with this virtual office and e-commerce platform where you can have a unique, your own unique what I call address for you to share this link to anyone who want to join as a member or to buy the ASEA product. ASEA also do have local international events and function, and we also support you through a Zoom call, business presentation like what you're seeing here. And we also do have an ongoing personal leadership development through the Peak Performance Program for all associate and leaders. And at the same time, we do have an ongoing ASEA Ethos training. All right. So this is actually something that is very, very important if you want to be successful in building any business. ASEA compensation plan is very, very simple, and briefly, it gives you a leverage income. Basically, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. It will also give you residual income where you build one time and you will continue to earn residual income after building a team. You also can give you a legacy income where you can build this business and you can pass it on to the next generation, or you can sell your business off to another third party. You can do this business part-time or full-time, all right? You don't have to quit a job to start this business full-time. You can always start it like part-time. Like for me, ASEA is still one of my considered side hustle or my part-time business, and is able to give me an income that a lot of people dream of as a full-timer, all right? And also ASEA give you a commission that is paid on a weekly basis, so you don't have to wait for a month to get paid, but ASEA will pay you on a weekly basis. Basically, ASEA is a legacy building income that give you 8 ways to make money. Details of this particular compensation plan we are going to share with you, but what I can assure you is that ASEA would actually reward you for retailing the product or building the team. The more people you retail to, the more you're going to make money through the retail profit. And the bigger the team that you're going to build, the bigger the biggest business and the more residual passive income that you're going to earn from this particular program. So basically, there are 3 steps to get started. Number 1, getting started is very easy. You just have to become an associate of this company. You just have to sign up with the link that your friends who invited you to this particular presentation. You can sign up online and pay a 85 ringgit for Malaysia membership fee. In Singapore, it's 65 Sing dollar, 2,400 peso for Philippines, or in America, a 40 US dollar. And you'll be able to get your own dedicated website, e-commerce site for you to build a business. Number 2 is that all you have to do is just sign up a one-time enrollment order, starting from a personal pack to a business pack to an entrepreneur pack. And of course, if you were to ask me, what do I recommend? I would recommend you to buy the entrepreneur pack if you really want to get the best value from this particular offer. This is a one-time offer. If you buy the biggest pack, you're going to get the membership for free. You're going to get all the product at a discounted wholesale price. And at the same time, you're going to get free loyalty rewards points for you to redeem for free products. All right. And last but not least, this is the third thing that you need to do. Once you sign up as a members, buy your one-time enrollment fee, always remember to enroll as an auto ship. All right. Member. A user-friendly auto ship can be set up where you can earn loyalty rewards point. And I can tell you that I have earned hundreds of loyalty rewards points ever since I started. And I've been able to get that loyalty point to redeem for free product, for me to give it away, and for me to use the product for free. All right. So do these 3 steps. Very easy to get started. Number 1, be an associate. Number 2, a one-time enrollment order. Number 3, user-friendly auto ship. Just set it up. And the next slide that I'm going to share with you is about the pinnacle of success. Everyone will start off as an associate at the bottom of the peak of the mountain, then to director 300, director 700, to bronze, to silver, then to gold, platinum, all the way up to presidential diamond. All right. And as you can see on the screen here, the first pictures right at the top is the $1 Million Club members. We have Trish Strangler, who is the triple presidential diamond club members, who was used to be a housewife and a diploma education, together with her husband, Bob Swankler. Today, they are at the pinnacle of success, achieving all the dreams that you can have as a presidential triple diamonds. They became the #1 top earner of ASEA globally, enjoying personal freedom and financial independence. And you too can succeed with ASEA. All right. So the income earning potential, as shown here on this particular figure chart, is the average income earning of our associate at different rank level, which you can get access of this particular copy from the person that brought you in. We will show you that we have this 2020 income disclosure. Again, this is not a guarantee of a particular income. Results may vary, but it shows you that the company is very, very transparent. It shows you all the way from director. When you first started, your monthly low income can be $43 to as high as $2,857, even at a director level. All right. So if you work hard promoting the business actively, You can achieve that even at a very, very low level. So again, it all depending on what is your goal, what is your dreams, what is the effort that you are willing to put in. We have the right opportunity here for you to make from as low as average of a director 345,000 US dollar to as high as 122,000 US dollar as an ambassador diamond. For a diamond, average income is 16,000. Again, depending on what are the rank that you want to pursue, all right? What are the goals that you want? What is it that you really want to achieve from this ASEA opportunity? This is the facts that you can see. This is the 2020 income disclosure, and this is what the existing director all the way up to ambassador diamonds are getting, all right? So get access to a copy of this particular chart from the person that invited you. The last slides that I want to share with you here is timing is everything, all right? We are at the forefront of 3 breakthrough technology, the cutting edge technology, which have there is a trillions dollar products industries. There is the health and wellness industry, the athletics and performance industry, beauty and anti-aging. Everyone want to look good, feel good, perform better, and live better. So this is a huge industry. It is a $1 trillion industry. And more so, if you were to choose to join ASEA, ASEA is a category creator, all right? And here you can see that ASEA is at the post-startup pre-momentum stage, and it's a post-reach. Currently in only 33 countries. In Asia, we are in Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, in the Thailand, Philippines, and Malaysia. And we are also going to be opening up to neighboring countries, whether it's Indonesia or any other countries around us, all right? But what I want you to really see here is that when you really look at this chart, we are still at the introduction stage, at the pre-momentum stage. And the company's dreams is to become a $1 billion company. When a company achieves $1 billion, guess what? The company will take up 50% of the sales revenue in terms of PV to be given to all the associates and the leaders who go out there and promote the product. So you're going to expect to see that there is a lot of money to be made to be part of this global breakthrough opportunity, which I do not want you to miss it, all right? So here, positioning is very important. It is very important for you to act now. The people that brought you in here tonight, what you need to do is to go back to them and say that, yes, I want to get started with this business, or tell me more, or I just want to become a customer to enjoy the products, all right? So the key thing is that if you want to be part of this massive global breakthrough business opportunity, like anything else, for me as an entrepreneur, the most important things that you need to do is to act now, right? If you're to act now, you'll be right above here, and whoever comes after you will be under you. Just imagine if you have 1,000 people who stand ahead of you, and you cannot benefit anything from them. But with ASEA binary compensation plan, you will have spillover from your team, and your team will be growing the business together with you. And if you are to join now, you can inherit some of the volumes that is created right underneath you. So do go out there and take the action as soon as possible when you have made your decision. And the second slide, this is the center slide that I want to share with you here, is that when you really look at this particular slide, the chart shows that if you were to sponsor 2 persons, 1 person on the left, 1 person on the right on the first month, guess what would happen if on the second month you do nothing and these 2 persons were just to introduce 2 persons? The second month you have would have the 2 persons on the left, 2 persons on the right, there is 4. Third month will have 8 people, 4 on the left, 4 on the right, and as you go down the line to 12 months, what you will see, you are going to start to build a business with a total number of 4,095 people on the left team and 4,095 people on the right team, with you just bringing 1. And if you were to teach the 1 to find their 1 person on the left and the right and duplicate down the line, all right? And that is the power of this opportunity that we are presenting to you. ASEA provides you an opportunity where you can leverage your time to create wealth together with a team of people. And what these particular numbers, as you can see in front of you, will work for you in terms of income. Let's look at the third particular picture here, where you can see the power of duplication. If you were to find two, one person on the left, one person on the right, and teach the two to do the same, you have 4 on the second month, 8 on the third month, 16 on the fourth month, 32 on the fifth month, 64 all the way down to 2,448 people on the left and the right. On 12 month total number 4,095. And I want you to imagine this. We encourage everyone to go on an auto ship. If everyone to be on the auto ship, you will generate 100 commissioner value, that is CV. You will generate a volume of 409,500 CV. And in the team commission, as I showed you a while ago, where there are 8 ways to make money, you will be earning 10% of one side of the volume, that is 40 over 1,000 US dollar per month. Isn't it fantastic? Even if you were to not able to get everyone to be on auto ship, what about if only 50% to be on auto ship? You still will earn 20 over 1,000 a month. If just 25% of the people are on auto ship, you can still earn 10 over 1,000. And I've seen that our ASEA have attracted a lot of people to be on auto ship, which means that easily you can earn a lot of money from this particular opportunity if you were to do your max. All right. This is the last slide that I want to share with you here, and this is very important. It is talking about seizing the opportunity. It has been said by Sir Richard Branson. He says that if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you are not sure you can do it, the first thing you must do is just say yes and learn how to do it later. All right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take this opportunity to thank every one of you for your time. And I look forward enthusiastically to welcome you all to the ASEA family.